So recently, I held my little daughter in my arms, her cold, tiny body, hoping that maybe if I hugged her for long enough, I could be able to pass some of my warmth to her, give her a little bit of breath, even if it was for just one more second. Because I could have given anything to hear her call me, Mama, Mama, again. I can still smell the metallic scent of her blood, 2 bullets lodged in her frame, her head split into 2 at the back, white fluid coming out. The doctors declaring that it was a little too late, there wasn't much they could do for me. She was one of those classical cases of the wrong place, wrong time, caught in the crossfire. Guys, they told me she died in a crossfire. Crossfire. In the balcony of my own house. Make me understand what crossfire means once again, because of the life of me, I cannot seem to comprehend it. Okay, let us be stupid for a second and assume that it was the crossfire, but why on earth would you be shooting at innocent civilians expressing their displeasure to leadership? Mama, my head hurts. Am I going to die? Am I going to go to heaven and be with Kwaru? I hear her last words ring in my ears. I wake up, startled. I fell asleep on the floor next to her bed again. She's been haunting me in my dreams. And suddenly, I'm not the only one nursing these wounds and pain. Nightmares. Nightmares of, course, politicians who don't care who they ban on their way to the ascension. Piles of bodies on more piles of bodies. A staircase for him, a stepping stone to the throne as he drinks our blood, feeding on our flesh, mocking us for our foolishness. How could we trust him, think he's one of us? He's one we've lost, inciting, and then behind closed doors in his heavy castle, heavily guarded, he shakes hands with the very mheshimiwa he swore he loved with every fiber of his being. Wajinga hawa, wajinga nyinyi, wajinga sana. They shake hands, clinging their cups. Louder and louder the sounds of their laughters. Louder and louder the sounds of our chants of resistance and revolution. Louder and louder the sounds of bullets to silencers. This men and women in uniform, swearing an oath to protect us. Laughable. Who will protect us when we need protection from them? What do you do when the shelter has suddenly turned into danger and you are left with no shield? The weapons that ought to keep us safe being wielded against us. We are left defenseless, distressed, harassed, and embraced by dread. The police have become a nightmare, the kind that gallantly attacks even in broad daylight. No, don't let me go mentioning the names of those who fall and prey, hunted by their own countrymen, bruised brutally until bloodshed, men turned into savage animals. They lost all sanity, every ounce of humanity, because how? How do you get to this extent of beastliness? And as if that isn't bad enough, you have shamelessly renamed as anarchists, treasonous criminals, defender of the weak, now preying on the very people he swore to protect, while covering his sins by praying and ending in sincere hallelujahs from church leaders who care for nothing apart from fattening their pockets. Wolves, uondoreni rito nyirombe karagine magehato nyirombe gitieko. They made us forget that we have the power, that we, you and I, we are the power, turned us into puppets. So now we are taking back our rightful place. We refuse to be tossed and turned. We
are no longer begging for it. We are fiercely demanding it. Because this is not just about politicians from our tribes. This is a battle for accountability, responsibility. And we are taking every last bit of it. We are voting for people that have the people at heart. And after elections, hatutarusha mawe tena, na kama kuna mheshimiwa anadai fracas, wacha ende barabarani juu raundi hii, hatutapigana juu ya msee mwingine raundi hii, hatutableed ndo mlead. We cannot afford to keep fighting wrong. And as we break free, we will allow others to be set free. Our children, the generations coming after us, those we have never known, they will hear about us. They will see our resilience and they will know that chains aren't permanent. Dear black child, minyororo zimeanguka. The scales are off your eyes. Ogaklose wokewangi. The ball is in your court. This time, choose Kenya. This time, please, choose our motherland. Nikech madala, nyakawan mwarite, kokwa tangto, wabrokethe, obrodongunda. And if you are still tempted to keep staying on the side of silence, I beg you, remember the voice of my little girl, snatched from me too soon. Mama, my head hurts. Am I going to die? Am I going to go to heaven and be with Kwaru? The third piece that I'll be doing is called The Revolution. And it is for all the queens in the building! As we all know, it's the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. And I believe that there's a huge intersectionality with every single oppression and every single injustice. So I hope that you will enjoy this one as well. I've always wondered, what would it feel like to walk this world unafraid, wearing freedom as a shiny ornament, a stamp of declaration that boldness is mine and I can thrive and flourish in it. And in as much as so much noise has been made on women empowerment, equality and inclusivity, gender-based violence, maternal health, equal pay and opportunities, and all the challenges we face, I still feel trapped. Yes, I know I'm a fully grown woman, but inside of me lives a very terrified, fragile little girl. I watched him beating her black and blue, tearing her apart, hurling insults like he had no shame, like he felt no pain. And as if that wasn't bad enough, I angrily watched her, holding me back, eyes bloodshot, face swollen, ribs broken, probably lost a tooth or two, pleading for his forgiveness and mercy like she had no shame, like she felt no pain. She looked right into my eyes and called me a liar, made me swear I would never retell those gory details to another soul, because even if it was true, which it wasn't, why didn't I scream loud enough, fight hard enough? I had lain on that ungodly altar, feeling like a tainted burnt offering. But even if it was true, which it wasn't, I was to blame for dressing provocatively, eyeing him seductively, causing him to burn in desire for my flesh. Her own mother had dragged her, stark naked, in front of the thirsty eyes of the masses to go get the cut, because unless she was mutilated, she was a disgrace. A good woman did as she was told, respected the ancestors of old and all the told. Sisters had told me time and again that women were supposed to uplift each other, but tell that to my boss, who woke up every single day with one goal in mind: to make my life a living hell, because she couldn't stand to see another sister shine. According to her, the sun, the stars, the moon, and all their glory were hers to behold. Then this woman who thinks she's doing the world a favor by dragging her daughter back into the very arms of the man who turned her into a punching bag, constantly cheating on her with no ounce of respect for her or her dreams, because thou shalt not break the holy commandment from the sacred Bible of Good Women, chapter 4, verse insanity, which says it is more honorable to die by the hands of your husband than to leave him. And oh, pretty please, let us not forget this woman who doesn't care whether the man already has another woman warming his bed and building his empire, because sharing is caring. Wanaume ni kidogo. It was a woman who taught me that a woman's vocabulary included only 3 words. Yes, please, and the famous, I'm sorry, that slip through my tongue like tales of old, stuck in my memory like a leech, sucking me blood, skin, and bones. She silenced my voice, backed and buried in a tomb so deep. No, I wasn't born mute. I became one. My vocal cords, hoarse from my silent screams, clouded in despair and agony. She showed me how to hate, how I looked. And like the shallow human I was, every single time society's standards of beauty changed, I'd chase, running after it like a race, exhausted, I gave up. It was a woman who introduced me to patriarchy. She let chauvinism thrive in her hands, grumbling but nursing it, complaining but fueling it. Misogyny flourished, consuming her whole. It destroyed her, but she destroyed herself. But maybe, just maybe it's because she didn't know better. Or even if she did know better, maybe it's because she was afraid to be better, to do better. Now, I dare say that we can create a revolution. As a matter of fact, we can be the revolution. And as divine as that sounds, it will take work on the inside before the out. So I dare you, Queen, to fight every single raging battle in the inside of you and ensure you win. The ones against your self-esteem, your self-worth, your dreams and desires, people's perceptions of you, the cultures surrounding you, the traumas you've lived through, the depression within. I hope you heal. I hope you learn to speak again, even if you'll have to start with A, B, C. I hope you learn to laugh with the abandon of a little girl who's known no darkness or gloom, like the great warrior you are, audaciously stepping into the battlefield, committed to victory, not just for you, but so your fellow sisters, your daughters, the generations coming after you would never ever have to fight such wars ever again. I hope you keep evolving every day. And once you do, Queen, you will be unstoppable. You will be the revolution. And maybe, just maybe, we will all know how it feels like to walk this world unafraid. Thank you so much.
Round of applause for Felicity Mudis.